Hello. Oh, okay, there we go. Hello, Frux again. So I have another update on the new gripping system. So now essentially it works with avatars. So let me show you. Let me show you some of the weapons. So I'm gonna switch to smooth POV first. And let's say I grab a weapon. This one. This one I like to use for testing. Essentially, I grip it. You see it aligns itself with my hand. You can shoot it. You can grip it with other hand. You see it aligns. So it's working pretty well. But the important thing now, essentially, the system has been reworked a fair bit, and it automatically detects the size of the hand, the position of like the hand bones, and it aligns the guns or whatever items you equip much better with those. Let me show that in third person. So this is not actually set up. So this is using the gun is set up still with the heuristics, but let me show you. Let me show you how that works because I've made changes to that part as well. So if I grab my developer tooltip, this one is also an adjustment. I'm going to open this up and let's have a look at the root. So there you see, even though this item is old, essentially it predates the new gripping system. It's already been set up with the left grip rolls and right grip rolls. So before, essentially, the heuristics were calculated every time you grabbed the item. But now to make the setup easier, every existing item, when you spawn it, is going to be auto-upgraded with those objects. So see there's the left grip rolls and the right grip rolls. So I can simply select one of those. I can click Show Visual. And you see this will show this nice visual, and I can simply grab it and let's say position it, and I can actually also scale it. So if I scale it like this and equip it, you see it's gonna adjust the scale of the weapon. Or if I take it and make it, let's say, oop, oh, that was weird. I think I grabbed something I shouldn't have. Actually, I think it's this world because it has the gripping system enabled for everything, which sometimes causes weird behaviors like this. Anyway, so let's put the hand here, for example. Actually, no, let's put it like let's make it tiny, and let's make like the gun out by this, and I can deselect. And now if I grip it, you see it. I grip this weapon in this funny way, but if I grip it with my right hand and I disable this, so it's not interfering, you see it scales back. So essentially, you can adjust the size of the weapon relative to the hand. It will automatically match the avatar. And it's actually another part. So if I close this, and let's say I switch to a different avatar. So for example, let me switch to third person. If I switch, let's say to the skeleton. On the skeleton, this has more regular hands, so it still should fit pretty well. Not too much of a difference there, but now if I choose another character that has significantly different arms, like this one, for example, this one character, you can see he has really big hands. I grip the weapon, you see it automatically scales itself, so it's proportional to the hand. Or if I do the opposite, let me actually switch to the smooth POV so you can see this happening. So see, like from my POV, the hand is really huge, but also like the weapon or whatever you equip, it corresponds to this as well. Now, if I switch to another character, so let me switch to one of the yin ones. So let's try this one. So these characters, they have these very tiny hands, and I grip this weapon, and you see it gets very size, so it kind of matches the size of the hand. And if I switch to smooth POV, you can see it still kind of matches anyway. Grip it with this one. You see the relative scale is still preserved. So I think the system is pretty much ready. There's gonna be a bunch of updates once it comes out as well, as usual, like various tweaks. And also important thing, you'll probably need to upgrade some of the items because the heuristics can only do so much without like some really complex algorithms or even like some kind of like AI to recognize like what's the grippable part. But for example, like guns like these, they tend to work pretty well. Although you can see even like for this one, like the handle needs to be adjusted a little bit. But even if you adjust it, you just open it up, find the root. Let's say you want to adjust the right one. Click Show Visual, and you can just grab this and move it around. You can even scale it. There we go. It's maybe too much in the hand, so let's move it a little bit to the side. Let's grip it and tilt it a little bit. And seems good enough. I can deselect and hide this. So you'll be able to play with the system, see how it works. Let me know like what you think if you run into any issues. But hopefully this will be a really good step towards making us feel a little more intuitive and a little more smooth and streamlined to use. So let's also try one of these. So this is one of the examples. Like this doesn't really work too well. Still, so like I'm gonna see if there's like a way to make it be like a little bit better behaved, but there's gotta be certain limitations. This works kinda okay. This one works. Beautiful. Let's try the lightsaber. Yeah, the lightsaber is actually it's a little bit like another like type of the item which you usually don't want to position along the way. It kind of like thinks, it acts as if this is a gun. So like it tries to like point. Oh, this is the Matrix one. It tries to point essentially the direction of it along with the hand, but typically you'd be holding lightsaber like this. So there's another thing I'm considering adding into heuristics to see if there's a way to detect that it's likely a sword or lightsaber and essentially align it differently. But again, most of the items, they will have to be upgraded anyway. So let me switch back to my avatar. So thank you very much for watching. This build is gonna go out pretty soon, so you'll be able to play with this yourself. Definitely like check out our Discord because I usually post these development updates there. You can also find answers to questions, post feedback there, and essentially generally like discuss anything related to Neos. So, and again, thanks for everyone for supporting the project. Everyone like on Patreon and on Twitch and other places like RXO. Thank you so much for supporting this, and I'll see you with the next update. Okay, bye-bye.